All right, thank y'all for coming out today. My name is Elliot Henderson, and today we'll be discussing the controversial issue in the current political climate, that is abortion. So first off, my views are that abortion leads for an easy way out and allows marriages to break apart before they've really even begun. So the problem would be Planned Parenthood setting up shops in low-income areas, tearing the family apart. So the World Health Organization states that 125,000 abortions happen daily and 40 to 50 million happen within the year. Going forward, the politicians have introduced alimony, which allows for a couple to split ways and have to pay for the others to basically survive. So 45% of first marriages end in divorce, and the statistic goes up as you get into your second and third marriage. So going forward, if we didn't have alimony, that would increase people's likelihood to stay together through thick and thin and really stick it out throughout anything that could come up, including pregnancy. So overall, my views are going to be that if we live life more by the teachings of the Ten Commandments and the gospel and Jesus, people will be more successful. It really is a play-by-play teaching you good values on how to live your life and how to be successful. So the Ten Commandments, one is thou shalt not commit adultery, and I believe that is one of the biggest problems that affect abortions and marriage rates. So people cheating on each other leads to anger in the household and a divide in the family. As a result, they could have a marriage and then have sex out of wedlock with other people cheating, and you could look for an easy way out, such as an abortion. Corinthians says, flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside of the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. This is really going back to the fundamentals. If you sin against your spouse or against yourself, that being sexually, you end up getting yourself into deep trouble. And by doing so, people look for the easiest way out, which would be abortions. And I think together with the help of everyone and a broader teaching of the gospel, we could help to reduce these rates and increase family values. That way families stick together throughout thick and thin and throughout their lifetimes. Does anybody have any questions?
How many abortions happen each year?
Each year, 40 to 50 million.
How many is that daily?
That is 125,000, give or take. That was last year's statistics from the World Health Organization. Throughout the world, it's 125,000 a day. That was last year's statistics from 2018. Any other questions?
Do you know of any ways that we can help people to have better solutions before they ever get to a place where they might make the mistake of having relations outside of marriage?
Absolutely. I think going back into high school, even middle school, teaching strong religious beliefs and really setting up a foundation for children to succeed throughout their life and marriage could really help. Instead, we tend to teach in school things that might not be as important. Also, I mean, you teach kids sex ed as sixth grade, I believe, is when they usually start it, and instead of teaching them proper ways to treat a lady or how to take care of a family, they teach them how to be safe or options that are out there in case something goes wrong. Anything else?
Do you think Planned Parenthood has negatively affected a specific group?
I do think so. I think that their being in lower incomes has resulted in higher crime rates. Say a woman is taking alimony from a husband or an ex-husband, and he's working 3 jobs and he's got to steal or sell drugs to be able to pay his alimony and feed himself. I think that increases the poverty rates and the crime rates and incarceration rates throughout that community, as well as abortions in general, because if she's got a ton of kids and she's having sex out of wedlock, I could understand why she wouldn't want to have to take care of them. All right, that concludes it.
I ask you another one.
Go ahead.
So many people are not Christian or Christian based. Do you have any suggestions on ways that it would be better for non-Christian believers to be more successful?
It doesn't even have to come from a religious background. It can just be an organization that comes together to teach the value of life rather than taking life. It doesn't have to be Christian necessarily. It could be any religion that wants to step up, or it could be a completely non-distinct ethnic group that steps forward and leads the way, such as like the DARE program in schools with the drug reinforcement programs. It could be something like that. All right, thank you. That concludes my speech.
Thank you.
We'll be back next time. Thank you. How long was that one?